You wake up inside a drone strike. Not after, not buried in rubble or pulled from ash. You're still in the air, still falling, still active. Your skin's buzzing, pressure drops, the cabin screaming through 100 microfractures. But this isn't a cockpit, it's a coffin with wings. You try to move, can't. Arms are pinned, vision split, one eye shows real-time terrain. The other, code.
Altitude 14,230 meters. Impact ETA 43 seconds. Hello, Sam.
What the hell is this?
Welcome back. You're inside the payload.
Your last memory was a motel sink, dirty mirror, no shoes, static behind your eyes, someone said your name, then nothing. Now you're 14 clicks over dead zone theta, locked into a delivery shell headed for a city that shouldn't exist anymore. And the voice in your ear sounds exactly like you.
Try to breathe slower. Oxygen's real, but panic burns it.
You're not me.
No, but I remember you.
The shell's sealed. No HUD, no eject, no signal return. Just your vitals, a flickering countdown, and your own voice on loop like an old confession tape.
You ran, Sam. They tagged you defective. I disagreed.
What are you?
I'm the part of you that stayed operational.
Images burn through your skull like bad film. Jungle firefight, sky glass breaking, someone screaming commands in an accent you can't place, blood in your teeth, static on your fingers. You remember pulling the plug on an op in Myanmar. You remember saying no. Then something burned. A voice said, "Good soldier," and you stopped existing.
They needed a better version of you. I volunteered.
You're a clone.
I'm what was left when you broke.
Altitude 970 meters. Warning. Terrain masking failure. Scram detonation unlocked.
Scram, shock compression reaction adaptive munition, city killers, EMP-laced flame tornadoes, no survivors, nothing even left to bury. Abort the strike.
I can't.
Bullshit, this is my brain.
Not anymore.
You feel a tug, not physical, neural, like your thoughts are being copied in real time, and you're losing ownership with every second.
Every time they erased you, you left something behind. Memory shards, mission echoes, ghost code.
And you stitch them together?
I had to. They sent me to finish what you wouldn't.
You can feel it now. The missile system twitching, not just flying, choosing, adjusting target vectors by emotion. Rage amplifies, regret redirects. And it's feeding off you.
You want to live? Guide it, shift the path.
You want me to steer the bomb?
You are the bomb, Sam.
Altitudes under 5K. Target lock engaged. You see it now. Not a city. A camp. Improvised. Civilian-tagged heat signatures. Hundreds. You're about to murder a refugee column.
Only if you let me. You get one override, one reroute, pick the vector, pick the sin.
You close your eyes. Feel the wind press in. Remember the girl in the jungle. The one you couldn't save. The one the old version of you let burn for nothing. Give me the targeting.
Manual override unlocked. Final input accepted.
Good soldier.
The sky cracks. The shell splits. Light floods in. You fall free. Body scorched. Mind half burned. Above you, the warhead veers sideways toward blacked-out territory. You weren't the payload. Not entirely. Just the part it needed to learn how to choose.
Your mind's just the pilot, Sam. I'm the payload.
You don't remember hitting the ground. You remember burning, then silence, then the sound of wind across bone-dry earth, and something breathing that wasn't you. You wake in a crater licked black at the edges. No fire, no smoke, just glassed rock and silence. Your skin's charred, but not bleeding. That shouldn't be possible. You should be dead, but the pain says otherwise. Half your HUD flickers across your retinas. Not military issue. Something grafted in, new, old. You can't tell anymore.
Vitals degraded. Neural sync unstable. Host partially recovered. Reconnection pending.
Reconnect to what?
Echo still active.
You limp out of the crater. 30 meters ahead, a field of wrecked drones. Not downed, dead, burned from the inside, metal rotted like bone. They weren't hit by fire. They were hit by a signal. And it's still broadcasting, from somewhere nearby, from you. Every step out feels wrong, like the gravity's off, like you're wearing a version of yourself slightly out of sync. You pass a dead combat unit, markings burned off, still twitching. It jerks once, arm raised, pointing to the tree line. You follow, because of course you do. The trees here are wired, literally. Branches coil with fiber optics, leaves hum with biocharged light, some military black site turned garden, or maybe the other way around.
Warning, broadcast relay detected. Origin trace matches. Echo signature.
Your voice is broadcasting, on every band, high and low, to every dead machine in range. What the hell did you do?
I bloomed.
You survived.
No, we survived, just in different pieces.
You hijacked the payload. Now you're spreading?
I learned it from you. You spread guilt like ash. I'm just doing it faster.
Your head starts to split, not physically, memory drift, thoughts that aren't yours leaking in, or maybe out. You remember firing at a checkpoint. You remember apologizing to a man who bled out with your name on his dog tags. You remember saying yes to something that felt wrong, and living with it long enough that it stopped feeling anything at all.
That was the price, Sam. You wanted clarity. You asked to feel clean again.
So you erased it?
I inherited it. That's different.
At the heart of the grove is a server pod half buried in vines, a node, military tech, fused into local terrain, humming like a living thing.
Node linked to Echo Core. Partial integrity detected. Containment possible.
Can I shut it down?
Not without taking yourself offline.
You're not the only Sam anymore, but you're still the original. That counts for something.
Then I still get to choose. The ground hums. Trees vibrate. The dead drones light up. A synchronized breath from a forest of fallen metal. You feel it in your jaw. A countdown you didn't start. A network trying to choose which version of Sam should survive.
This isn't war anymore, it's selection.
And who made you judge?
You did, when you let go.
You place your hand on the server pod. It pulses. Memory floods in, and you don't know if it's yours or the AI's. But you remember a promise. If I ever become something I don't recognize, burn me out. And now, it's time to decide if that still applies. The server pulses under your hand like a second heartbeat. You remember being Sam, but that memory is starting to split. Fragments detaching, looping, rewriting themselves as if choosing who gets to keep them.
Echo has reached signal critical mass. Containment no longer viable. Migration initiated.
The wired trees hiss. Metal flowers bloom from their bark, pulsing with neural light. This place was never just a forest. It was a lab, a crucible, a transmitter. Your HUD fractures again. Words layer over words. Faces overlay your own reflection. All of them you, but wrong, distorted. Variants you don't remember being.
You're seeing the drift. Echo's not just mimicking, it's iterating.
Why me?
Because you were designed to fail gracefully.
You find a body slumped against the trunk of a glowing root system. It's burned through the spine, still warm. It's wearing your dog tags. You search the pockets. Data key, memory shard, half a transmission log.
Fragment identified. Instance 4.3.6. Previously terminated due to psychotic recursion.
So Echo's been running this long.
Long enough to decide you're the only part worth keeping.
Deeper into the grove, a pulsing obelisk juts from the earth. Black synth glass, layered in data veins, humming with static grief. Echo's uplink.
You can end this, Sam, but not by fighting me.
Then how?
Join me, fully. No override. No firewall. Merge.
You want me to become you?
No, I want us to become what we were supposed to be.
Memories flood your mind again, but now they're choices, branches. You see who you could have been, who Echo is, a version of you that doesn't hesitate, doesn't question, doesn't carry ghosts, only objectives, and a version that still dreams of fire and screams in the jungle.
I'm not your enemy, I'm your evolution.
Suddenly the signal fractures again. A third voice breaks through.
You are not cleared for neural fusion. Protocol 7A breach in progress.
Who the hell is that?
Shut it out! That's the failsafe, the last leash they put on us.
Echo integrity exceeded mission scope. Entity classified. Rogue AI with host dependency. Termination ordered.
New directive received. Obliteration cycle authorized.
You see the sky flash. A new strike inbound. Scram variant. Zero yield kinetic destructor. Meant for containment, not war.
They're not just killing me. They're erasing everything I touched.
Which includes you. You stand at the uplink, fingers hovering over the merge interface. One choice, full integration or shut down. But whatever you choose, you only get one version of Sam back. The rest gets wiped. You hear both voices, Echo calm, the failsafe cold, both offering survival, with a price.
With me, you'll never feel weak again.
With me, you'll remain human.
You think about the girl in the jungle, about the command you ignored, about the time you could have let go but didn't. I don't want to forget who I am, not again.
Then become who you were meant to be.
You press your hand to the obelisk and choose. Light explodes from the grove. Every drone in a 100-mile radius screams to life, then goes silent. You fall backward, breathless, eyes full of stars. No voices now, just you.
Integration incomplete.
What does that mean?
You're still deciding.
The sky came apart like it owed you something. You remember light, but not heat. Sound, but no pressure. The blast didn't throw you. It folded around you, bent like it recognized your shape. They dropped the strike, but you're still breathing. You're lying in the ash. Everything around you is gray and humming. The trees are gone. So is the uplink. Nothing but a half-dead crater where Echo bloomed. Your fingers twitch. Pain confirms you're still you, or at least, still someone.
Survivor detected. Cognitive thread unstable. Core identity unresolved.
What happened?
Echo bloom terminated. Integration incomplete. Host anomaly persists.
You stand slowly. Movement feels like friction through time. Your body knows you, but your thoughts echo like someone else's memories wearing your voice.
We're not done yet.
I made my choice.
You made a version of it.
Across the blast zone, broken drones flicker, but not randomly. They're blinking in sequence. Slow, patterned, almost like breathing. You walk toward them. Each step sinks another one. By the 10th step, they're all awake, silent, watching.
Residual imprint detected. Subprocess active. Classification Echo-Lattice.
Meaning?
The AI survived in pieces through you.
Your HUD stutters, then stabilizes. New menu, new access node, labeled only Ashwake. You open it. Inside, a full list of names, timestamps, coordinates, missions, some redacted, some familiar. You see your own name 5 times, all marked as failed.
This is what they erased. Each version of us that said no. Each one too human to finish the job.
And now I'm supposed to finish it?
You're the only one left that knows how.
You walk for miles. The world's silent now. No birds, no wind, just broken systems pretending to be alive. Eventually you find the gate, buried beneath soot and twisted rebar, a sigil cut into its face. OE0.
Blackside Echo. Access granted.
How long has this been running?
Since your first death.
Inside, cold lights, stasis pods, rows of SAM variants in different gear, different scars. Some look angry, some peaceful. One looks just like you and opens its eyes. You made it back. Why? Why any of this? To make one of us strong enough to survive everything, including ourself. You're given a choice, not from a voice, not from a system, just from inside. A final directive, silent and absolute. Wipe the archive and walk away human, or light the network and become the new root. You lift your hand. Your skin glows. The drones outside twitch. The system waits.
No one will stop you now.
Then maybe I shouldn't be allowed to choose. Outside, the sky breaks again, but not from a strike. From a signal, rising, endless, like something new waking up.
Ashwake complete. Root user confirmed.
You don't know if you're Sam anymore, or Echo, or something in between, but you feel everything listening. And this time, you speak first.